Hello, everyone. I'm Cheldin Barlatt Rumer, and this is it. Welcome back to This Is It TV. Good morning, Taquan.
Good morning, Chel.
Oh, so much fun. I'm so looking forward to this interview because we have some exciting news to share, and it's going to be so super exciting. But before we start, I would love for my next guest to introduce herself, her first and last name, and the name of the organization.
Hello,
Hi.
my name is Nicole Stephenson. I'm the director of the Society of Professional Women program at the Mainline Chamber of Commerce.
Oh my gosh, I love this program. I love this program. Okay, so for people who do not know, why don't you share just briefly what this program is?
Yes, so we celebrated a decade last year.
Oh,
so
congratulations.
Our program has been around 10 years at the Mainline Chamber of
Wow.
Commerce, and it was originally created to accelerate and expand the influence of women in the workplace, in the nonprofit, and government sectors.
Wow, absolutely love. And so by doing so, tons of events, right? What other resources are kind of available?
So we basically do this through professional development content, and we have over 40 sponsors of our program that not only talk the talk but walk the walk. So one of our sponsors that has been involved from the very beginning just promoted out of their 6 lawyers, 5 of them to partner are women. So
Wait,
that's
what?
Stradley Ronan Law Firm, right? And they, like the sponsors that got involved originally were trying to have programming and professional development content in order to help to fulfill this mission of advancing women in the workplace. And so they're really talking the talk, right?
Oh
they're
my
not
gosh.
they're it's amazing and incredible to see all the women that have been involved over the last decade getting promotions and getting
Yes.
into the C-suite, and we
love
really
that.
are proud of that, and we're happy to have people be involved and learn how to complete employee resource groups. They kind of
Right.
use it as a complement to that. And so they really are using it for women to network with one another.
Right.
We have networking built into all of our events. And then the content is not just gender focused. I mean, in
Right.
the beginning it really was. And of
Right.
course we have a few things going on this year that talk about gender. But over
Right.
the last decade, we've also evolved into covering and addressing things like neurodiversity, racial diversity, sexual orientation, other things that we
Right.
feel that now we've been around a decade that we're still
Yes.
keeping with our mission of advancing women in the workplace,
Right.
but we really want to be inclusive of all. And so it's been really fun to see that kind of transform.
So amazing. We talk about it so often, not knowing what you don't know, right? And so you're
Mm-hmm.
in the space, but to be able to work with a program that has so many resources and a connection to so many wonderful people, it's so advantageous, and the group is just so wonderful. And so with that being said, I'm super excited about an upcoming event. Why don't we share that upcoming event, the date and the information?
Okay, so on February 20th, which is in only 2 weeks,
Yes.
Cheldin will be joining us at Radnor Valley Country Club from 11 to 1:30. It is a lunch.
Yeah.
And we'll be talking about branding, of course, and marketing and screaming your dream and all of that good stuff. And so
I absolutely love
Yeah.
it. So groups like this, I mean, are just my happy place. They are just my happy place. Because again, people don't necessarily know what they don't know, and understanding the tips and techniques that you need in order to really scream your dream. I think that a lot of people really live their life in a whisper, right? They believe that they are good at something. They know that they have an amazing product or service, but how do you convey that, that is consistent with what it is that you want? So this talk is going to be super, super fun.
And I love that it's transferable between the independent individual and also a company or a brand, because I think a lot of times people, don't really buy into the fact that you are your company's brand, and that's why it's so important when people are hiring people that they're hiring the person that's the right fit.
Absolutely. And I think that also people think of personal branding solely for the entrepreneurial space.
That's right.
But truthfully, if you are an executive or if you are an employee, whether it be entry level or C-suite, you need to really identify what your personal features and benefits are. The majority of the people going into a particular job are going in with the resume that is pretty equivalent, right? So if you're all applying for a director of marketing job or a director of finance job, the people that you're up against pretty much have the same resume,
That's
give or
right.
take.
Right.
So what is your differentiating factor?
That's
like,
right.
why should someone hire you versus hiring someone else? And even if the promotion was even in play, not even getting hired, but being promoted within your business, why should somebody promote you versus promoting your colleague? And if you can't recognize that, it makes it hard for somebody else to recognize it.
Right.
Yeah.
And I want to flip the script.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take over the interview
I
process.
love it.
of
I
the
love it.
show.
I'm not mad. I am not mad.
So when I saw you
Yeah.
speak at a luncheon that I was
my
at,
gosh,
I mean,
that's right.
obviously Cheldin's great on camera and has this wonderful show,
I'm a wild
and I
person.
watch it all. I never seen her present in such a way around a particular topic, and not only are you engaging, it's just amazing. And I was like, we have to have her. So I want to
appreciate
make
it.
sure that we're telling your audience that they can
Yeah.
come see you live,
Yeah.
talk about the branding and why you're so successful here.
Thank
And
you.
so I wanted to ask you a
Yeah.
couple questions.
Of course.
So how do you personally define marketing? Like, what is that
Yeah.
definition for you?
So that is the sharing. I mean, marketing for me is sharing, getting it out there. I think that we overcomplicate, marketing has to be traditional marketing. I have to have a lot of money in order to do it. What you need to have is a lot of know-how. You need to be clear on what it is that you are offering. I think that a lot of people don't start there, right? Like, it seems like a very simplistic question. Like, what are you selling? But I have to tell you, the majority of people really don't know, like
Right.
specifically, right? They're like, I sell scarves. Okay, but what specific scarves and to whom? And what is your price point? There's a lot of amazing businesses that make money that are, let's say, in the retail space. There's the Louis Vuitton, makes money, and Old Navy makes money. But they're both totally two separate brands.
Yeah.
So marketing is really communicating who you are to the right people using various methods that work for you, whether it be based on your budget or where your target market lives. That's how I explain it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And what are questions that you need to ask when you're developing like marketing strategies? Like, what's your top 3 questions?
Yeah, like for one, to yourself, like the key fundamentals that I always ask is who you are as a company, right? Who you are, what makes that make sense for you? What exactly do you want? Like, so let's be really specific. A lot of people are like, I want to make a lot of money. Okay. Who doesn't want to make a lot of money? But what exactly do you want? Do you want people to buy that scarf? Do you want people to attend that event? Do you want people to follow you on Facebook? Identifying what you want and making sure that that's not ambiguous is so important, right? So again, going back to the understanding who you are you the Louis Vuitton or the Old Navy? Both of them are very successful businesses. And then understanding what you want, what specifically you want. The more specific you are, the more you are ready and able to reach those goals. The next, and this is the marketing part, is understanding why you deserve it. So why should somebody purchase your product or service versus someone else's? The majority of us aren't inventing anything, right? So we're creating a bakery because we make really great cookies, but the bakery down the street also makes chocolate chip cookies. So why should somebody purchase my chocolate chip cookies versus theirs? You have to identify why you deserve it. Better ingredients, more convenience, a special recipe, the story of my grandmother making it with me. All of those things become factors in understanding, again, who you are, what you want, and why you deserve it.
And then it relates back to the person,
100%.
like you said, because if it's your grandma, people will think, oh, I remember my grandma. And then it becomes more about you, the individual, than it does
Right.
about the actual bakery itself.
100%. And there's that loyalty there, right? So I always say people purchase personalities and experiences. They don't purchase products or services. It's really about like how those products or services make you remember something, feel something. So I always say, is your marketing evoking something? Is it educating? Is it entertaining? Is it engaging? If it's none of those things, then you're not doing something right.
And how do you find a secret sauce?
Yeah, it's like all of those secret sauce. I think that the secret sauce to all of it is just really being authentic. I think that's the hardest part, right? Is really being honest. People want to pretend that they're selling something else, or they're at a different stage, or if they're at a different price point. Be comfortable if you're affordable. Be that affordable choice. Don't pretend you're a luxury brand if you're not. If you are a luxury brand, act as if you're a luxury brand. Like own the space that you're in and tell that authentic story. People really gravitate towards hardship. They gravitate towards realism. They gravitate towards knowing that you running your business is not easy, right? So a lot of us like to, one of the phrases I refuse to use anymore is fake the funk, right? Or fake it till you make it. Like, I don't like the idea of people pretending anything, right? Just be confident in where you are and where you stand. Don't fake it in order to get somewhere else. Just kind of own, where you are. And I think that that's the secret sauce. Once you really own who it is that you are, be apologetic for the things in which you do not know, be willing and open to learn and to find, people to be able to help you. Like, one of the things that I've done as I've matured is that I know what I know and I know what I don't know, right? There's things in which I'm very good at. There's things in which I'm not good at, right? And so I try, for those things that I'm not good at, I find people that compliment me in that way. So being authentic and then creating a tribe that complements the assets in which you do not possess is my secret sauce.
That's awesome.
Yay.
Well, we're looking forward to having you.
I love this.
And we just sold out our first event of the year last week.
I mean, amazing.
And we had to like pop up chairs because people still came anyway.
All right, they don't care. They don't care.
You're gonna come see Cheldin. You better sign up right now.
Oh, I love this. I'm
to
so
the
excited.
event. Do you want the website?
Oh, 100%.
So SPW for Society of Professional Women.
Yeah.
Mainline.com.
Okay, so no excuses.
No excuses.
You guys have to come see me.
Gotta make the time.
You have to come see me. And you have to support the organization. So one more time for the website, just so people, again, if you have any questions about the organization as a whole, not one, I want to see you at the event, but if you want more information about the resources that they provide and the organization and the group program, where would you find that information?
You're gonna find it at spwmainline.com. It's the Society of Professional Women at the Mainline Chamber of Commerce.
Okay, beautiful. And be sure to follow, fan, and like them on all the social media platforms. LinkedIn is amazing. Their Instagram, all of it, all of it, all of it. Thank you so much for joining me. And I'll see you soon.
Guys. Yeah, for sure.
How much fun is that? Oh, Taquan, the perfect way to start our Thursday, right? The absolute perfect way. From all of us here at This Is It TV, I'm Cheldin Barlatt Rumer, and we'll see you soon. Take care.